This video will focus on labeling feature basics. Now you're going to be surprised on just how easy it is to label features. However, though, sometimes you have to go in and change a few things. Now let's start off with the cities. You want to label the cities. What you do is you right click on cities and you'll see here for options label features. Hey, let's label. Couldn't be easier. All of a sudden you see all the labels pop up. Life is good. So let's do the same thing for province. Shouldn't be a problem. We label features. And the next thing we see is a whole bunch of numbers. What are those? Now, it doesn't mean that when you click label features that is always set to, like, say, the name of a place, okay? Quite often it is. However, though, as you see in this example here, when we tried to label province, that didn't work out. So let's go ahead and right click on province and go to properties. Now, when it comes to the layer properties, if you would please make sure that labels is where you have checked. And in this example here, you'll see that the FID was what was selected when you click on label field. And to change that, all I have to do is click here and let's go to name. Okay, that seems fine to me. Ta-da! And there you go. And now in this example, you'll see that the names of the provinces and the names of the cities are there. Now, a little problem though, and that is when you look at the text size of the cities and the provinces, they're the same. Okay, there's problem number one, and let's deal with that. Well, this is where we're going to start practicing a little bit of hierarchy. Now, I'm going to assume that when it comes to the provinces, that geopolitically they are a little bit more important in Canada versus just the cities. And my apologies to our friends in Canada living in cities. I making a judgment call here when it comes to making this map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on province. Let's go back to labels again. So we go to properties one more time. And name, that is wonderful. However, though, when it comes to the size of the symbol, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it to maybe 11. I'm going to click apply. That's not too bad. 11's not too bad. The eastern half of Canada, yes, there's going to be a little bit of clutter there, which more advanced labeling methodologies would be able to handle. But again, this is just dealing with some of the basics. So the size of the province labels is fine, but we got another problem though, and that is when you look at Northwest Territories. Seems like the GIS has been very, very generous by putting Northwest Territories in several places. If you see that you have, say for instance, by the way, Hawaii for instance, quite often in GIS data for Hawaii, you'll see that they've identified all the islands of Hawaii. Well, guess what? Hawaii. And so you just want to have one label for this general geographic feature here. So how do we handle that? Well, going back into layer properties with the layer tab highlighted, okay, we've already fixed the name and we changed the size of the label, lettering. What you would do, everybody, is this. You go to placement properties for other options. And you'll see that one of the options you have here is duplicate labels. Well, let's remove duplicate labels, like so. Click OK, and click OK. And before you know it now, there's only one Northwest Territories label. And things are looking pretty good in this map.